Scrappy friends, I am back with another scrapbook process video, and this one is called Mini Me. I took some pictures of me and my kiddo on Mother's Day, and I was looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, it is just scary how similar we look. And so she is truly my Mini Me. I've basically cloned myself, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I did a challenge on my Facebook group called Going in Circles, or spinning in circles, something like that. And we were challenged to use circles in a layout, and so that's what I'm doing. That circle die cut that you see there, I cut that out from my silhouette, and so you can find that die cut on the silhouette website to download to your the silhouette store to download to your silhouette. And I went ahead and cut that out. And what I want to do is I want to back some pattern paper behind it. I am using the I Lived kit from Scraptastic, and that was the April kit. And that is the coordinating stamp. I believe that goes with that one. Or maybe it's the Darlene kit stamp. I can't remember. In any event, so I cut a bunch of those pattern papers. Several of those pattern papers are exclusive to the Scraptastic kit. Some of those are from Simple Stories, Authentique, and yeah, Simple Stories, Life Document, and Authentique Playful. And I am backing all of this on a piece of white cardstock. And what you're seeing there is I'm taking the exclusive stamp set that you can buy separate from the scrapbooking kits. And they had these circle stamps, which I thought was absolutely perfect for the theme of this layout. So I'm taking some Stampin' Up! Inks, that red color. What is that color called? Oh, it's called Riding Hood Red. And then I'm using more mustard, which is the yellow color. And I'm using Night of Navy, which is the blue color. And that just coordinated very well with this kit. And I think overall, I've said it a couple times in the videos that I've done that I didn't particularly like this kit, but it grew on me, so now I like it. I like the colors. So I'm making all these different circles because my idea is that I'm going to pop these up on foam squares, and I'm going to place them, versus placing them underneath that die cut, I'm going to place them on top, and then the pattern paper will go underneath that die cut. So I'm taking the little half circles, one is solid, one has stripes, and in a second I'm going to I'm going to stamp the red and white on top of that navy blue, and then it occurs to me, that'll look great on like my Memorial Day layout or 4th of July layout or anything that, you know, I would need like an American flag for. I think that would look really, really cute. So anyway, so I'm stamping a bunch of those circles, and those circles are actually left over from when I cut out that that die cut, that circle die cut. So I decided to use them because there was a whole bunch of them. Then I grab a heart stamp as well as some phrase stamps that say you plus me. Well, actually, they're 3 separate stamps, but I put them together to say you plus me. Then I'm going to grab another one of these stamps that has words on the edge of them. And I can't see what it says at this point. Oh, my view. And then I think the other one says good something. Good life, good smile, something like that. I can't remember. Now I'm starting to add the pattern paper to the back of the die cut. And I'm going to take one of those circles that was left over from the cut and use that sort of as my template. And I'm not, you know, there's no need to be perfect because the rough edges are going to be covered up. And I'm taking some Tombow Mono and adhering that in the back of the die cut. And I'm flipping it over to see how it looks, and I'm going to move some things around. This actually took me about an hour to do after cutting out all the little circles and testing them out around the die cut. And you won't see all of that. I'm not going to bore you with all of that, but I did want you to see kind of how I went about that process. And I wanted this to be colorful and busy because I have a colorful and busy little girl. And some might say that I'm quite colorful myself. So it definitely reflects our personality. We call each other cuddle girls, because we do like to cuddle and snuggle and hang out together. So she's my little ace. I love her to death. So I'm positioning my photo to see. I didn't want to cover up a whole lot of the pattern paper with the photos, which is why I printed them 3x4. Now I'm going to go ahead and adhere that whole piece on the pattern paper. Now, of course, I mean on the white cardstock. I could have used a different color cardstock. I wanted it to look, I wanted that white on white look, and let the bold colors of the pattern paper stand out more. I'm adding some foam strips to the back of the photos because I wanted those to pop up just a bit. And plus later I'm going to add a clip to one of the photos. so I didn't want it to lay flat on the layout. And plus it just looks good to add some dimension. So as I'm positioning it there, I'm very careful not to cover up a whole bunch of the pattern. So I was mindful in terms of where I wanted to position those photos. So I went ahead and adhered the photos, and I reached into my stash and I grabbed some cork embellishments, which I love. It took me a while to actually want to use cork, but it turned out great. And so I shopped those around the page, the ampersand, the arrow, and that little banner. And I'm going to go ahead and use that Thicker's Marquee font. I don't like that font. It's not my favorite, but it worked out for this layout. And, you know, I spent money on it, so I wanted to use it. And I'm adding different embellishments around the page. I'm thinking I'm going to add some clips. Don't like that love kit. Just didn't look right. I thought about a heart kit up the top, or clip at the top. That didn't work well. So I put a yellow clip at the top, which I'm going to alter here in a second. And then I added the blue clip. And I thought I was going to staple it with that tiny attacher, but I'm like, okay, oh my God, Tim Holtz, already. Just go ahead. I know we've been requesting it. Just design the tiny attacher with a longer reach. That would be so great. I broke my last tiny attacher trying to open it up so that I can staple things that are a little bit further into my page, and I just decided not to do that anymore. Okay, so those little circles that I stamped, I put some, I'm going to take a few of those and put some foam squares in the back of those and pop those on, or put those on the page, around the page. I really enjoyed making those stamp circles. That was a lot of fun. That gave me an idea for another layout that maybe I'll do for another day. And let's see. Yes, so I'm still continuing to do that. I add one more clip, that star clip, and I'm able to attach that with my tiny attacher. Add a little shine there. Okay, so I think I pretty much have everything on the page that I want. I'm going to add some Tombow Mono on the back of those thickers. For some reason, the chipboard stickers tend not to hold their sticky very well. So I'm learning to add some extra adhesive on the back. And so my title says, "Hi, Mini-Me," because as you can see, we definitely resemble each other. It is completely uncanny. I'm very proud of the fact that I cloned myself. Okay, so the title reads, "Hi, Mini-Me," and I grabbed some die cuts from the Simple Stories die cut collection, or pack rather, that came with the kit. I'm thinking I was going to use that little swirly, but then I ended up not liking that. So I grab a little die cut heart and place that in the center. Oh, that says good stuff around that particular circle. I couldn't read it at first. All right, and so I grab a little clip or a little die cut clip that's going to go there at the top of the center photo. And I add a little bit of foam adhesive to that so it will stand up to the height of the photo. Then that yellow clip that's on the second photo there to the right, I'm going to alter that to where I take off the back of the clip so it sits a little bit flatter on the page. I add another heart, moving around there. Where's it going to go? Up, it's going to go there. I take out some of my wood veneers from my stash. And it's not that this kit didn't come with some really cool embellishments, but I wanted a little bit more texture. So I add a camera, 2 of the potty people from Studio Calico, the woman and the girl. Well, I made the little one a girl to represent my daughter. And then a bicycle at the top. And then I add some enamel dots that came with the kit. I'm not quite sure the brand of those particular ones because we only got a partial pack. Maybe it's Simple Stories. It could be another brand. I'm not sure. Then I think I'm going to add some twine and kind of cluster some twine, or put a little cluster of twine there, and it didn't look good. So I'm going to tie a bow around this clip that I'm altering just slightly. I'll cut the tails and adhere that on here in just a second, and I'm much pleased with that. So I'm going to add a little bit of foam there, so again it will stand up to the height of the photo. And there we go. That actually turned out way cute, adding a bow to that. I wanted to add some type of fiber to it without it looking stupid. I tried clustering twine behind the photos and on top of the photo, and it just didn't look good. Some people are able to do that very well. I don't know, I have to play with it. I'm going to add one last cork embellishment, that butterfly, which ultimately ends up tearing on me. It stays on the page. I'm able to get it back together, but it's a very delicate little piece. So I'm going to slow the video down and show you a little bit of close-up. I love this. Love this layout. It definitely reflects my personality, Corinne's personality, very playful, very colorful, and this kit's growing on me. So there you go. All right, some photos are coming up, and I'll see you guys next time.